Hey guys, Donnie RightSide here. Bookmakers Reviews, staying hot in the NBA. That is our goal. Now, we take a look at, we don't know how many more NBA games we're actually going to have. Why? Because the Boston Celtics are now 2-0 in their series lead in the NBA Finals against the Dallas Mavericks. But we've been very good so far in our opinions in the finals, and that is going to continue for game number 3. Game number 3 is going to take place on Wednesday night. Boston Celtics, Dallas Mavericks. And how about this? A price point of a minus 1.5 point favorite towards the home team, which is now the Dallas Mavericks. They were getting 6 and 7 points in games 1 and game number 2, and we also see a price point here at a 213. The one thing that we do know is that if this game goes the direction of the Boston Celtics, that's a 3-0 series lead. Nobody's ever come back from 3-0 series lead in the NBA Finals, or should I say in the NBA playoffs. So this series is de facto all but done. And we'll just see who winds up being the actual MVP of the NBA Finals, which is the only intrigue that will essentially be left. But I do think we get an unbelievably good performance out of the Dallas Mavericks. And quite frankly, they didn't really show up in game number 1. In game number 2, it was just Luka Doncic, it felt like, that showed up there. Nothing out of Kyrie Irving, and that needs to change. And also, key ingredient here, Luka Doncic came into that game banged up in game number 2, played over 40 minutes. We'll see how good he is for game number 3. But also, Kristaps Porzingis, as we watch, get injured late in the fourth quarter for the Boston Celtics, a guy that's played very well in games 1 and 2 and made a big impact in his plus-minus. He was knocking down three-point shots in game number 1. He was electric, only played about 20 minutes. We don't know if he'll be available in game number 3. We'll find out that at a little bit later date. But let's take a look at what we like in game number 3. I actually think the Dallas Mavericks are the right side in this game, and we're going to lay the minus 1.5 points here. We do know the secondary players typically play better at home than they do on the road, and quite frankly, nobody has showed up for the Dallas Mavericks outside of Luka Doncic in games 1 and 2. I think that's going to change. But the key ingredient in game number 3, it's not Luka Doncic, who just had a triple-double, a 30-point triple-double nonetheless in game number 2 in a losing effort. It's Kyrie Irving. He's got to show up sooner than later. If we're not going to get that Batman and Robin effect out of the two superstars on the Dallas Mavericks, we just might be looking at a sweep in this series. So I'm going to focus also on Kyrie Irving. I do expect him to have a very big first quarter. I do expect him to score a lot of points, but even if he isn't involved in scoring, let's just say 30-plus points in this game, he should be heavily involved in the assist market, because if you're making passes to guys that typically should be able to knock down wide-open shots, particularly at home for the Mavericks, I think that happens in game number 3. So we're going to take Kyrie Irving over 28.5 points and assists in this game. So I'm looking from a Dallas Mavericks point of view in game number 3, because keep in mind, again, if they don't win, this series is a wrap. It's a kitchen sink game for the Mavericks. We're going to back them at a minus 1.5 price to win the game, and Kyrie Irving to show up with a points and assist number going over 28.5. Let's stay hot in the NBA. Game 3 of the NBA Finals coming up on Wednesday night, and we're here for it. I'm Donnie RightSide for Bookmakers Review, and as always, good luck on those wagers.